I'm okay with anything small. Just good. That's my life. Anything small, it's okay. Don't want too much. So I wouldn't get myself to that other side. Yes, please. It's very important. This issue, and Nigeria is borrowing. Fine. As it stands now, we are borrowing for infrastructure. Because we are building the Calabar Express, we are building the Sokoto Express. There are many projects ongoing in the country. The international airport, yes, automatic. When those projects are completed, they will surely bring in money. Yeah, sure. Might be told, to expand the economy. But our GDP is projected to hit about 1 trillion USD very soon. Yes, if all these projects are completed. Like, for example, our international airport is going to be a major hub in Africa. Yes, whereby aircraft can easily come. And now they are also working on having a maintenance center. Presently we take our aircraft out for maintenance to Europe and to, so if you can have that here, most African countries would actually come in here, maintain, and we are going to make money from there. For it to come. These issues compounded by sluggish growth, food insecurity, and poor power infrastructure. That's one major thing. Power infrastructure. If there is light, you know what? If you have constant light, about 60% of our problem will be solved.
Exactly.
Industries will perform well, they will flourish. Even if your insecurity will reduce. Because as you are driving on Lagos Border at night, you can drive, you'll be seeing everybody, you'll be seeing yourself. And that's why most of the Western world, they run 24 hours economy. They don't close shop. These are limiting economic activity. We talk about high inflation and cost of living. Persistent inflation driven by partial fuel subsidy removal and increased power tariff. We heard that they are still paying some. I'm not sure about that, but we heard that they are still like palliative in that sector. Has significantly reduced household purchasing power. That is major. Household purchasing power. Because the ripple effect will actually affect everybody. I used to know when we used to have the middle class. The middle class, they are the drivers of any economy. They are the young bankers that can buy anything. They can buy a car, they can rent a house, they can buy a house, a land, they get married easily. Most of the weddings we attend now are Nigerians living abroad, coming home to get married. You hardly see our local guys. To affect our women folk, because it's very important to the economy. So most of those middle class, you hardly see them now. Either they are out of the country or they are also struggling. So the purchasing power is no longer there. Talk about currency volatility. The Naira is experiencing instability due to persistent demand and supply imbalance. There is still steady demand for dollar in Nigeria. Steady. Because everything we are buying, we are always buying abroad. We talk about high debt and revenue challenges. The government face high debt, servicing costs. Because preceding governments, already they have used your oil as a collateral. They have all been to World Bank to get 30 years loan. The railway system from Lagos to Kaduna to Zaria to everywhere, the loan was taken from the Chinese government. And we had to pay for about 30 years. Yeah. And that's why people are not happy with American life. Are you getting it?
But real estate,
Over reliance on oil.
the solution to all this is
We
real
rely on oil
estate.
too much. I'm just giving you all this background. We are going to the main lecture. This is just background of what's happening in the country. The economy is vulnerable to fluctuation in the global oil prices, which account for about 90% of export earnings and over 50% of government revenue. 90% of our earnings from abroad is coming through what? Oil. 90%, which is wrong. We should be doing more in the area of agriculture. We should be doing more in the area of tourism.
Real
See
estate.
Dubai, tourism. Malaysia, agriculture. China, goods and services. Not oil, because the world is changing, tweaking off fossil fuel usage. I'm going into what? Alternative power supply. Talk about insecurity and structural issues. Insecurity, banditry, kidnapping, and weak infrastructure, so bad that we have even toddler in the bush. It's not so good. Yes, 2-year-old boy, 3-year-old girl. Just wonder that. So these are the main. High unemployment. Job creation is low compared to the 3.5 million entering the labor force annually. 3.5 million youths are entering into what? The labor force every year. But how many jobs are we creating yearly? So these are some of the challenges. Let's go. All right. Number one.
Real estate investment.
Is what?
Real estate investments.
And you're going to see why now. Very important. As Nigeria navigates high inflation, currency fluctuations, and skyrocketing building material costs in 2026, real estate serves as a premier physical hedge to preserve capital and capture consistent cash flow. And you're going to see why. Urbanization is driving an insatiable demand for housing in cities like Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. However, the current trend is shifting towards affordable housing and short-let apartments. Investors are moving away from luxury ghost buildings and focusing on high occupancy residential units and commercial co-working spaces. Just a mini flat, that's okay. Unlike before, we have mansion, 6-bedroom duplex in Ikoyi.
Six bedroom.
People are not going to Moe. People are not going to Arepo. People are going to Magoro. People are going to Agba. They are now moving out. Because the reality has dawned on everyone. You have parents here. So you have to go out. So, out, if you have a plot of land there, it's just for you to go, just arrange yourself and build something small. And you can even rent out. So there will be constant demand for housing. There will be constant demand for real estate projects, certain. Mostly in the, talking about for the low income earners. In fact, you're going to see something now. Let me show you why it worked. Yeah, you can come in. You can sit here. So they like to go on. Alright, sit down. And enjoy the class. You don't do, but don't just run through the home market. Alright. So when we are talking about businesses to venture into with the current economic state of Nigeria, and we showed about the general overview of the current situation in Nigeria, the economic challenges marked by inflation, talk about insecurity, we talked about currency volatility, and let's go. High debt revenue, go back. High debt revenue, which is a major challenge. Over reliance on oil, which affected this country. Every one of you seated here, I'm not talking about the Gen Zs, actually used money made from agricultural produce to attend school. We attended Jakonde schools those days, and they used money from cocoa, rubber, timber, those days to attend school. Now, you now have private schools everywhere. We attended public schools. Yes. Money is made from where? Agriculture. You see where we have all pushed ourselves. High debt and revenue challenges. The government needs to be more prudent spending. The last administration was so careless, reckless. The main failure of this world. The carry of this world. They actually plundered that system. They went to that treasury and plundered that system. Over reliance on insecurity, which is major. Insecurity is number one. If there's security, everybody will be fine. Everybody can move around anytime, can go do your business. Let me give you this. When I opened my first hotel in Mushin, I did so much. I helped them I arranged some guys as security men. I now give them street lights. 25. So it's always from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So that street is always light up, in fact, 24/7, at night. That street actually experienced high economic turnaround. People started selling like 2 a.m., 1 a.m. Now you have so many shops around up to today. In fact, right opposite us, somebody, a retired woman from Lagos State Ministry of Physical, opened a beer parlor. And she's selling, you see her on the road selling, doing because they have the constant electricity and the place always, so customers would like to come around. Because you are safe here. The environment is safe. So security is very, very important. Alright. High unemployment rates. We have about 3.5 million Nigerians joining the labor market every year. And how many jobs are we producing? Alright, but there are still some businesses that you can still do and make money. Number one is what? Real estate. Real estate is number one. Real estate serves as a premier physical hedge to preserve capital and capture consistent cash flow. Mm-hmm. Consistent what? Cash flow. Consistent. It's so consistent. How do you know? Ask your landlord.
Do you
don't pay your rent.
The first one is 25 million.
And some of these landlords, they are so blessed that they have about 2, 3, 4, 5 houses. And they have multiple streams of income. As the economy is changing, they've not done anything in the house. They will call you and change your what? Rent. Very simple. That's real estate. And it can also happen to you too. You can build your own house. It's not compulsory that you have to buy anything in Anthony or Maryland. Go to the suburb, the fringes, and do something there. One way or further. Go to Ogiri, Orilemo, go to Songo,
It's true. Yeah, because those are cheap. Can you buy
Yes.
a pot of land? You don't know how much.
Waiting for God.
Yes, yes. Buy it now. Don't say build it now. Buy it now. Buy it now.
In fact,
Even
that
Mowe
same
said
song
it's
goes,
not
never forget. When my
Mowe
mom
is
bought
not
her land
affordable.
in
Just
2002,
buy it down.
24 years ago,
People
just
buy all this
40,000 naira. Because of
real
that.
estate.
In her house today, she has 6 or 7 tenants. And that's what we call cash flow. Real estate. Land. These compact service units experience immediate absorption and minimal vacancy rates. Even in places like Lekki, they are experiencing high occupancy rate. Not to talk of where you now have the main population. Let's go. Look at mature areas like Ikoyi or VI yield more stable, moderate annual appreciation of 5 to 8%. It is always appreciating. In contrast, emerging fringes tied directly to new road network and industrial zones like Mowe or further. Fringes with Lagos Ibadan Express and industries. Look at the number of companies around interchange alone. Driving traffic there. Look at the annual appreciation rate between 10 to 15% compared to Ikoyi of 6 to 8% annually. Let's say we keep appreciating in value. Don't let anybody deceive you. Hello? Don't let anybody deceive you. I am this, I am that. One story or the other. When we launched Alagbado,
in real estate.
somebody bought 10 plots with just 40 million naira. We needed that money badly. So we just did one promo and the guy brought 40 million naira for 10 plots. The same 10 plots today, one plot is how much? 600 square meters. That's 50 million naira. Times 10, how much is that?
Something that
Can you compare?
It's based on how many years.
Anytime you go to the side, I used to see the line.
Sir, within a space of how many years?
4 years.
4 years.
It cannot be recovered again.
Real estate.
Now, real estate.
The only way you can make your money is real estate.
When we launched Bluestone,
Invest in real
Bluestone was 4 million naira.